Hello! Good evening, Thursday evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Give me just a second here. My computer apparently is not charging. Hopefully I can get that to charge here because I don't want this to stop on me. Alright, we might be okay. Hopefully. So, how is everybody doing? I will be okay as long as I know that my computer will not die. My charger cable is just really weird. So maybe if I set it over here a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. All right, awesome. Okay, so tonight I am making some meal prep Mexican bowls. And I don't really have a recipe for it. I'm just like taking a bunch of ingredients that I have in the pantry and I'm just turning it into a meal. I have a lot of leftover stuff I needed to get rid of, namely some bell peppers and some onions that are going to go bad here in a short while. So I thought I'd just like make a hodgepodge of everything. So before I get started on the other stuff, let me show you what I'm cooking with here. I am using wheat berries instead of rice. Now, wheat berries, they're whole grain, so they're similar to rice. The only thing is that they take much longer to cook. So with rice, white rice will take, in my rice cooker, it takes like 30 minutes. Brown rice takes about an hour and 15 minutes altogether. And the wheat berries take between 30 and 50 minutes. I guess it just depends on the type of wheat berry and how you cook it. So I've got 1 cup of wheat berries in that pot back there, along with 3 cups of water. I've been boiling it for about 15 minutes so far, I'd say. And hopefully by the time I finish making everything else, the wheat berries will be done. But I bought this at Jungle Gyms a few weeks ago, and I've been looking for a way to use it. So that's just one dinner that I'm making. I'm also cooking up some fajita vegetables, bell peppers, onion. I have some kidney beans that I just drained and rinsed. Gonna cook that up with some olive oil and spices, and then we'll just turn it into a meal prep bowl. I'll show you how you can prep it for the entire week. All right. So the first thing I'll do is add some olive oil to my pan. And I've got a ton of friends here. Want to say hi as well. Let me get this heated up some. Then we'll take a look. Oh gosh, it's starting to get dark already. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. Allie and Maggie, Teresa. Hey, Roberta and Angela. I see Valencia. Maggie, have I ever used Faro? I have, actually. It's been a little while, but I believe it was Jungle Gyms where I bought it last time. It is very similar to wheat berries. It's another grain that you could use in salads or whatever. This also, wheat berries at least, are high in fiber, have a little bit of protein in them too. So I'm hoping this will finish cooking in time. These bell peppers here, I bought them at Aldi last week. It was in the 3-pack, but I only used 1 of them. And I never got around to using these in another recipe, so thankfully they have held out for a week or so, and I'm able to use them tonight. So I'm just going to slice these up, and then slice up the onion and just make them like fajita veggies. All right. Yeah, the wheat berries, I have never bought them from a typical grocery store before. I usually just buy them from Jungle Gyms because they have a full-on like bulk section where they have these containers of rice and wheat berries and beans, lentils, basically whatever you can think of. They also have bulk spices, and I've never bought the bulk spices before because I don't use enough of any particular spice to warrant like buying an entire bulk package of it. I might eventually, if I realize that I might be using certain spices. But yeah, Jungle Gyms, oh my gosh. That place, we easily spend like 3 hours in there, and we don't even see the entire store. It is crazy. Oh man. All right, awesome. So I see the olive oil is starting to heat up, and these will only need to cook for maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. These peppers, man, yes, they are huge and still very brightly colored. So, tell me, I know a few of you look like you have used wheat berries before. What do you like to use them in? Back when I was doing a Daniel fast with my church, it's basically like a vegan diet that you do for 3 weeks. I used wheat berries a lot, and I would make them kind of like in a salad. So I would use the wheat berries and onion, probably like tons of beans, and just make like a warm salad with them. And they were really, really good. So I've got 2 onions here that I'm just going to slice, turn them into fajitas, and then I'll show you the spices that I've got going on too. But yeah, wheat berries, I typically just use rice for everything, but sometimes it's nice to get a little variety in here. So let me finish slicing that, break it up a little bit, then they'll start cooking the wheat berries. So I have, like I said, 1 cup of the dry wheat berries and 3 cups of water. And it's not like the couscous that I cooked last week where it's supposed to absorb everything. This actually, you're supposed to drain some of the liquid after it's done. Kind of like what you do with regular pasta. Oh gosh, let's see. Use wheat berries with stuffed peppers. Oh yeah, that would be good too. I typically use rice with my stuffed peppers, but wheat berries would be an amazing filler to go in it too. That's awesome. Now this is a vegetarian meal. It is also pretty much vegan. I might be adding some cheese to it, so it won't be vegan but vegetarian. But I try to add a vegetarian meal to my dinner, or to my menu, at least once a week, sometimes even twice. And it's for a few reasons. One is because eating vegetarian can be a lot cheaper. The prices of meat recently are crazy. So you can spend like $1.99 a pound on chicken that will get you maybe like 1 meal, or you can pay the same price for like, what, 3 or 4 pounds of kidney beans, and that will last you like 5 meals. And 1 cup of like kidney beans has 15 grams of protein and also 15 grams of fiber in just 1 cup of cooked beans. And most of us don't get enough fiber in our diet anyway. So that would be a good idea, for one, to add a vegetarian meal once per week. And then also protein. Protein is super important in any diet, and I try to add a protein source with every single meal. So it is typically like beans, chicken, maybe eggs or something like that. Let me go ahead and add some spices. So you can use taco seasoning if you want to. I don't have any taco seasoning, but I looked at this and it's got most of the seasonings that I would add to like my taco stuff anyway. This is the Flavor God Everything Spicy, and the ingredients, it has onion, garlic, sea salt, chili pepper powder, cayenne pepper, cumin powder, coriander, paprika, black pepper, basil, parsley. A lot of that stuff I would add to my taco or burrito stuff anyway. So I'm just going to add a little bit right now, and then I'll add some more once I add the beans. So that will cook for a little bit. You know, I just said I was going to drain the wheat berries. I might not need to, because it looks like it's absorbing the water very, very well. So Maggie, this headband, I got it from the Bratty Martian. Let me try to add the link here, but she makes Disney themed headbands. Star Wars, Disney, superheroes, I think even Marvel. But they're super cute. Alright. Okay, yes. You can physically feel a difference if you don't eat protein at least once a day. That is super key to, first of all, eating a healthy diet, and then also with weight loss. Protein helps immensely with weight loss because it takes the body longer to, or it makes the body works harder to digest protein than it does the others. So when your body works harder to digest, it burns more calories. So theoretically, the more protein you have in your diet, the more calories you will burn. So yes. And I talk about that with my clients like all the time. I try to ask them like, what do you eat in a typical day? What does breakfast look like? What does dinner look like? And you'd be surprised when some people say that their breakfast, all they eat is maybe a donut or Pop-Tart or just like a bagel with cream cheese. Like there's nothing wrong with them, but if you don't add like a protein source to go with it, you're gonna find yourself full or hungry again in another hour. So that's why I tell all my clients, make sure you add some sort of a protein. Maybe it's a sausage patty, maybe it's scrambled eggs, maybe it's yogurt. Try that too. If you find yourself in that situation as well, when you eat maybe just a carb for breakfast, try adding a protein to it and see how you feel that day. Alright, so I've got that going. The wheat berries, holy cow. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't need to drain them because all of the water is basically cooked out of it. Alright, awesome. I also love making like Mexican themed meals because it is just so much cheaper. It's cheaper to eat Mexican foods because you got your rice and your beans, and those things are cheaper anyway. For me, it's kind of also easier to eat healthier because of the extra fiber that you get from the rice and beans. And then I typically turn my stuff into a salad. So adding lettuce on the bottom of everything, and then you can add tomatoes, all of the onions and bell peppers, adding all sorts of veggies to it. It's just so much easier for me to eat healthier. That's probably why I can eat Chipotle every day and not get bored. Because you get basically all your food groups in one giant bowl. Alright, I think those have cooked pretty well. Let me add the kidney beans. This is 2 cans. They've been drained and rinsed already. Let me add some more of this seasoning to it. And then really I'm just waiting for the kidney beans to heat up. And then dinner will be ready. Oh, I'm so excited. It smells so good in here. And I have been craving hot sauce like crazy, or just spicy stuff in general, really. Alright, let me check out these wheat berries. They're starting to stick to the bottom. Alright, hold on a second. Let me grab a spoon real quick and just test it. Should be finished. Eat yogurt twice a day, definitely at breakfast. Alright, cottage cheese, listen. You know me and my cottage cheese. Like, cottage cheese, a third or 3/4 of a cup. I usually eat, that's basically my serving, is 3/4 of a cup. Has like 18 grams of protein. And typically, a typical person gets between 50 to 100 grams a day. I try to aim closer to the 100 just because it helps keep me full longer. Okay, those feel done, which is good. Now wheat berries have a firmer texture than rice does. So it's also got kind of a nutty taste to it. Not too bad. All right. What do you all like to add to your burrito bowls? Any kind of Mexican food in general. So, for me, it's salsa, jalapenos, guacamole, which I have some in the fridge, actually. I'm going to add it to my bowl. Definitely the fajita veggies. Usually when I go to Chipotle, I will get a chicken bowl and I'll add brown rice, black beans, oh gosh, the fajita veggies, the tomatoes, the hot salsa, and then lettuce and sometimes guacamole. I know it's extra. It's horrible. Do I ever use wheat germ in my breakfast? I have never used wheat germ. I've started adding, flaxseed. I've been starting to add ground flaxseed in my baked goods. So my baked oatmeal, my breads and things. That has helped add more fiber and unsaturated fat. So yeah, I will have to try some wheat germ though. That's awesome. Oh gosh. Oh, Karis, I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, my rice cooker video, awesome. So I've noticed that recently more people have been searching for how to cook quinoa in a rice cooker. And it's super easy. You basically treat it just like rice. And it makes it so much easier on me. All right, that is done. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. All right, I'm going to assemble the bowls. First of all, let me show you what I got at Mr. Max yesterday. I found salsa. This particular salsa is called Enrico's. It's chunky salsa and it is hot. Hot salsa, oh my goodness. And this big old thing was only $1.50. So I will definitely be using that in my bowls. I also have jalapenos, as if I didn't need it any more spicy. All right, so what am I doing? Let me start to assemble. Actually, what I'll do is I will take these meal prep bowls first. So like I said, the title says this is Mexican meal prep bowls. So I cooked all this stuff to serve 4 people, so 4 servings. John and I are going to eat 2 of them tonight. Allison will get some of it as well. And then we'll have enough left over for 2 of these. These are just typical standard meal prep bowls. You can find them on Amazon. So if you're making these for the entire week, just get out 4 of them. Otherwise, just get out whatever you think you'll have for leftovers. So what you can do, a serving of wheat berries is about a 1/2 cup. So there's that. And then we'll take my tongs and then we'll just add, I don't think I'll use tongs. That might be a little messy. I will take my spoon, there we go, and then we'll add the beans and the pepper and onion blend. All right, there we are. So it might not look pretty, but this will get you lunch for almost an entire week. Like if you make 4 servings out of it, there's 4 days you don't have to worry about lunch. And you can go ahead and add like your salsa, your cheese, sour cream, jalapenos, whatever you want to add to it. But this was super easy to make, and you can use the wheat berries, you could use rice. Rice is a little bit cheaper than the wheat berries are. But this is what it will look like when it's done. It's hot, but it smells amazing. So I'm going to put everything in the bowls. We're going to enjoy them for dinner. All right. Maggie, your Dollar Tree has raised their prices to $1.25. Yes, a lot of you have told me, and I've read about it, that Dollar Tree is now raising their prices everywhere to at least $1.25, and that's happening here in the next few months. So if you want to go to Dollar Tree, like now is the time. So yes. Oh gosh, I appreciate you all so much. We're gonna go enjoy our dinner. So enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. I will see you all later.